Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I figure why not do this one. I remember talking about the fog from 25 to the one being from 1980. And it's kind of inspired me to do the original, the Tacit, the fog, because you already know what I think of the remake. This one, on the other hand, had good actors in it, and surprisingly, after the big success what John Carpenter did with Halloween, he started to do another one, being the fog. It was made in 79, but it more or less it come out in 1980. So when you see the end tickets, you see it's 1979, the film more or less come out in 1980. Little bits in there in the 75 one, what is similar, like the little kid in the car, the fog attacking people, but you want to see it done better with good competent actors. Just stick to the 1981. Just stick to the 1981. You already heard what I said about the one in 75. This one, on the other hand, I've got no problems. Got no problems. You've got good actors. Arthur Milone, you know what I mean? Janet Lee, and so on. And surprisingly, you've got a few actors and actresses what appeared in Halloween. You've got the one that played Cop in Halloween 1 and 2. You've got Jamie Church's mate, the one that had a fault slit and also made a small test appearance in Halloween 3. You've got the one that also appeared in Halloween 3, Season of the Ritz, being Tom Hanks. You've got quite a lot of the ones that appeared in Halloween films, as well as Tom Carpenter, making a small guest appearance. Can I get paid now? Coming Sunday instead of Saturday. I always remember the lines. So it's a slow burn, but that's one thing I love about Tom Carpenter films. So you got a scene, you got an old guy throwing kids an old ghost story. The kids look scared shitless. You got half an hour, weird things are happening, like the phones are ringing for no reason, things are flying out, there's a smash on the window. You've got this hit psycho, just been Jamie Curtis. Tom Hanks picks her up, the car windows smash for no reason. My only issue is, and I said it when I was doing the comparison, is they suddenly jump into bed very fast. They've only just met, suddenly in bed. I thought that was laughable, more laughable than the one with Halloween 3. But I do love the bit where he picks her up and says, "Are you weird?" "Yes, I am weird." "Oh, thank God. The last person was very normal." So there are some bits I do chuckle, and there are some good scary bits. I remember the scene where they're on the ship. You've got these pirates, got these old guys, been that through a Tom Carpenter films. And the fog, and they make the mistake of going out. There's a knock on the door, and there's a bit where I do remember on the Terrifies one was censored down a bit. Happy to say now you can see it in its totally uncut, where this big pirate stabs his poor fucker's eye out. One guy gets his throat slit, and one guy gets stabbed in the ducts, has his duct slit. And the thing was, a lot of people, before I ever saw the fog, said, "Oh, it's bloodthirsty. Oh, it's gruesome. Oh, it's nasty. What a load of shit." That is the only Dory fight scene is that bit, and even then, it's not that Dory. Hell, I can go into films in 79, the uncut, the stunned uncut, zombie fess eaters, a lot of other movies with zombies or maniacs, similar story to The Fog, which in my eyes had a hell of a lot more blood and gore. What you do get is an old stew expense film that you're never going to see no more. And if they try and remake it, they'll fuck it up. I remember watching The Omen this today. I remember doing a comparison of The Omen. You had good actors. So to rewind back to when I did that to Patterson. And it had a good, carefully made old stew type of story. And that's what you get with The Fog as well, an old stew type of story. So it's every time you get a knock on the door 3 times, don't open that door. Bolt your windows. You heard it on the original Tacit trailer back in 1980. And basically they're celebrating the anniversary of Bay. You've got one woman in it. I can't think of her name. I think was originally did a relationship with John Carpenter. How did I forget her fucking name? Well-known actress, very big-breasted. And she's the mother of a child, and she works in a riot house. Everyone will probably know her name. I'm trying to think of her fucking name. I'm terrible with names. And she's the main character. She's on her own radio, so you got the idea she's lost her husband, but he doesn't go too into it, happy to say. And that's one thing I do with this film, it's do. like I said, it gets going, and you find out basically it's these old pirates. And you remember we talked about this. They got cheated out of Joe. They were all leprosy on, and they died, and they come back as ghosts, sort of like zombie ghosts, leprosy pirates, and they kill people. And the day of the anniversary, they're going to kill. And I love the bit where Father Mironi warns them. He says, "We're celebrating psychopaths. We're celebrating something bad. We must stop this." Obviously, the people just think they ignore him. It's only when they find out he's telling the truth. And like I say, you've got this old woman, and the fogs killed this woman. Again, you don't see too much. You can make do the sound effects to make your mind up she's got killed. The one who I remember gets killed, who sadly is no longer with us, may he rest. So it's going to be a lot harder to watch. But I'd love to see what says, whoever's knocking on that door, they're going to reject it, and he gets killed. And like I say, she's warning people about the fog, don't be able to get out, blah, blah, blah. Jamie Curtis and an old Beth being my mate. They come in to save the kid. That's the bit that's out of topic from 35. But again, this is done a hell of a lot better than that. A hell of a lot better. Tom Ant saves the day. They get to the turrets, and the pirates are going to attack them. Out of luck, because Father Maloney's giving them this big golden cross. I love the way it lights up. The ghosts attack. They don't attack the woman, but they fade. They fade. Then they walk off, and the ending you could have just cut. The ending you could have just missed out, because the ending to me, people want to insult Halloween 3, say, "Oh, the stupid ending." If people want to insult The Thing, "Oh, the stupid ending," and anything else that's on top of this ending, you could have just went, and I don't think it would have harmed the film, because it just, to me, it just fucking wound me up. Because Father Maloney did the right thing. He given the Empire his toss. They've got the gold. They fucked off. There's your ending. They've gone. They fucked off. Pirate Bay can rest. And I love the lines where she says that lines about be careful, because one day the fog will come back. And that's how I felt the film should have ended. It's just my opinion. I just felt the film should have ended like that. Instead, you get this scene. You've got an idea. It's probably a couple of weeks or a couple of months after. You've got Father Maloney in the church. The fog comes back. The pirate, who's the main leader, comes back. Cuts his head off. You don't see his head get cut off. But you got an idea when he hits him on the neck. He's been beheaded. Then you've got the music. End of film. I also like the music, though. It's very similar to the music you hear in Halloween. It doesn't, it's its own music, but it's very similar. It goes... I'm doing a shit job. I mean, I'm doing a shit job, but anyone that's seen The Fog, you know what I mean by that music. It just have a similar beat to Halloween. And that's what I liked about this. It's an old school sort of horror film. It's cleverly made. You got two competent actors. You got a piece of fucking wood like the remake. It's practical effects. I do know they used a steam machine to give you that foggy effects. There was a work print. And I remember right, the John Carpenter hated it. He hated the work print. So they had to redo refilm a few shots here and there. And over the years, John Carpenter hated the film. He wanted to put his name off the film. But then he wanted a bit of his writing when they did the remake in 75. Fuck the remake. I don't get why John Carpenter rejected doing this film. This is a dud film. This is a dud old stew film. Yeah, I went keen on the ending with Father Maloney gets beheaded. I didn't get that because he did the right thing. But it is what it is. But the rest of the film, I have no issues with it. I still think it's a good film. I think it's a very well made film. So I'm going to give it the same rating what I did when I did the comparison. Why not? Halloween Night. If anyone's got it on DVD on any media, whether it's on VHS or they've got a Blu-ray on any media, even a laser disc, old technology's there, and they've got The Fog, stick it on any night on Halloween night. Damn the old stew horror movies. Sort of old stew horror movies you're never going to see ever again. And if they did that to remake it, just like they did with The Omen, you're guaranteed they'll fuck it up. But that's Hollywood for you these days. But this is an old school horror movie. And you're never going to see horror movies like this ever again. And it's the same. So fuck it, without ado. An 8-star rating for me. Put into them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.